Hey everyone, welcome to the solution for Yajilin 13 from Yajilin Yacht, titled Enter the Matrix. All the way back at Clueless, I alluded to another puzzle that is heavily driven by the wall layout and less so by the clues, and that was this puzzle, though the clues definitely play a big role here. So we'll start with the free corners, which are a little stronger than the free corners in a usual Yajilin puzzle. And your eye might be drawn to this 4 down clue, because it's only pointing at 5 things. So there's only, 5 possible options for where the unshaded cell could go. But that's not actually the important step here. The important step has to do with this 2 up clue. And that might seem weird at first, but bear with me. If we look above it, there are 6 possible places where we can put a shaded cell. Each of those will block loop access through that cell. It will also force 4 unshaded cells. This will force loop access through there. So what that means you can say is above this 2 up clue, there are 4 passages of the loop from the left half to the right half. Now, there's 1 unknown below the 2. And if you do the math, well, 4 on an optional 5th, if there's a 5th, then you have a dangling loop end somewhere because it's the wrong parity. Therefore, the cell below the 2 is shaded. Let's not close the loop early. And you can now do the same step with this 1 right clue. There is 1 shaded cell to its right, so there are 5 passages to its right, plus this one over in column 1, plus an optional 7th. Well, optional 7th means it's not used, and that gives all of these unshaded cells. Well, unshaded cells that give loop segments. You also get this cell shaded from the 2 up clue combining with the 1 clue. And a bunch of quick follow-ups from that. Now at this point, you can do the exact same step we did in the bottom left with this 3 left clue. There are 6 possible passages to the left of it. 3 of them will be used. There's 1 that's used behind it. Therefore, this is an optional 5th, and it will not be used. You can then do the exact same thing with this 4 down clue. 4 shaded cells, 1 passage, 2nd passage, optional 3rd passage, not used. And at this stage, I think you need to do a parity step with this 4 down clue. Either that or you can do something with this 1 up clue. Let's do the 1 up because it's the same kind of step we've been doing. There are 3 options above it, 1 of which we blocked, 2 passages, 3rd passage, 4th passage, optional 5th, shaded, which will then provide more progress. With this 3 left clue, if you were to shade here, then you would prematurely, well, it would actually do the following and create more shaded cells. So again, shading here, it would create more shaded cells. So we do not shade this cell. This 3 left clue has only 2 possible shaded cells remaining. This 2 up clue has 3 possibilities remaining, but if you only shade 1 on this top section, then you would have 3 entrances to this little region. Therefore, they must both be shaded. And this one must be unshaded. Now, before I continue with the obvious follow-ups from what I just did, I want to look at this 4. So you can actually do a parity-based step, like a checkerboard parity-based step with the bottom right corner. The entrance is on this parity, right? So we'll call this white, or we'll call this black. So there are these 4 cells that are on black, and there are these other 4 that are on white. Since we know there's only 1 exit, that exit must be on white. Therefore, you would actually be able to get this cell and this cell are shaded for free a while ago, which would then give you the remainder of the 4. In any case, as soon as you would get this cell from approaching it from the left, you would force the remainder of the 4 anyway. And the rest of the puzzle is just don't close the loop early, which is a pretty cool motif for an ending. So yeah, that's how you solve Enter the Matrix. It's not actually a very difficult puzzle once you understand the core idea that what's behind a clue in this kind of layout is just as important as what's in front of a clue. So until next time, where we'll go through the solution to Yajilin 14.